We have reached the end of Season 2 in the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty with today's game against Bowling Green. It's obviously been a very challenging year, but along the way I do think that we've gotten better and are starting to lay more of the foundation for seasons ahead. This year we couldn't run the ball the way I had wanted to, so we've had to be more pass heavy, but I think that's allowed some players to emerge. Along with the defense, I feel like we've gotten better down the stretch, just creating disruption, making plays. There are still major issues, but I'm excited about the future. Today's going to be the final game for a lot of the core players on this team, but we have a good junior class that should come back for next year. I like where our recruiting class is. We've had a lot of victories there this season with the most 3-star commitments in the MAC conference. We're not going to be bowl eligible this season. We're not reaching the highs I hoped we would this year. But one team in the MAC that has taken a big leap is our final opponent. And that's the Bowling Green Falcons. They picked up last year a 4-star scrambling quarterback who might be the best freshman quarterback in the conference. I'd say he has a chance to be really good, but he already is. And this is one of the best offenses as Bowling Green comes in with 8 victories. And they're standing between us and our first win streak in the entire series. We have yet to win back-to-back games, and that's our final goal as we play Game 12 here in Season 2. And the Buffalo Bulls will get the ball first, beginning at the 25. It is the final start for senior quarterback Gunnar Gray. He's played some of his best football down the stretch and gives the handoff to Lamar Sperling, the sophomore, for a gain of 4. Spreading out the defense on second down, it is Sperling again, first down, running through the middle. Austin Harris, Kevin Kajust, both getting starts here in early playing time as Gray's throw is across the middle. Complete to Chance Morrow, who needs 45 yards today to secure a 1,000-yard season. On the screen now with a block, that's Messiah Birch, his first catch in weeks. And it's a first down. Bulls on the move on their first possession. They go screen right side, and breaking out is Pollard. Inside the 20, what a spin! One of the surprises of the year is the freshman receiver. Bulls enter the red zone looking for points. Gray, out to his right, might have missed a chance and has to throw it away. Could have had Kevin Kajust there for the touchdown, but it brings up third down against the Falcon blitz, and the throw is offline for Chance Morrow. And here is Nick Reed, finishing off his first season as the kicker, and this kick is wide left. It's been a challenging series so far for the special teams. And that means Bowling Green's taken over. And under pressure on his first throw, Tevasayu overthrows his intended receiver. To his right, that is the MAC leading rusher, Terrian Stewart, with a good first down run right through the middle of this Bull defense. Now on the counter, Stewart trying to break outside. He gets caught up, pushed back, and taken down for a massive loss. Third down, Tevasayu to the air, under pressure again, buying time with great speed, outruns Humphreys and can't get the first down. Good to see some early pressure, and we avoid giving up the big conversion. Bulls football. With 2 tight ends and a run, this is Al-J Henderson playing out his final game at Buffalo. He is a senior. This doesn't mean that every senior is going to play a ton today, as Gray fakes and dumps right for Kajust, who has running room and a first down. Ultimately getting a win and trying to be a 1-star school again is the most important thing right now. Gray 3rd and 9, gets it away and airmails the 6'6" Chance Morrow. Late first as the Falcons take over and Buffalo shows 2 deep, then brings the safety down. Pass is hauled in at the 40. Handoff Stewart on the counter. He finds the second level and looks to be a bit shaken up at the end of this play. So Elijah Grant, number 0, checks in. And following a good double team block, he's got first down yardage. So far, so good for the Falcon run game. They love going empty, too, for Tevaseyu, whose throw is outside for a short gain. Setting up third and short, and they go direct to Stewart. He won't get there. Not a bad idea. I respect that call. But it brings up fourth down. Falcons will attempt a 51-yard field goal, and it's drilled by Alan Anaya. And the Falcons lead 3-0. They're going to stack the box on this snap, and it's Gray to the outside, and they're all over Juice, no gain. 3rd and 7, Morrow in the slot. It's Gray across the middle, finding Kevin Kajust. You should be seeing a lot of him next year featured in the passing game. Give to Sperling. He's got running room and exploits it for a gain of 8. A nice balanced start for this Bull offense as Sperling picks up the pressure. Wide open. It is dropped by Kevin Kajust. And he would have walked into the end zone. It might be one of our best play calls of the season. It was right there, and he just dropped it. It was almost too easy. 3rd down, Sperling dashing outside. This is a big run down the sideline, and his longest of the season. 34 yards. Back in the red zone, and that pressure came in too quickly on Gray. They have to get inside the 10 now, and Gray to the end zone. It's too tall. Incomplete, and out comes Reed again. Not on the hash this time, however, and the kick is good to tie the game at 3. But a missed chance to get that first touchdown. And the Falcons will go delayed, and down goes Stewart, who's fighting through injury today and leaving the game again. Poiser in on that stop. Tevaseyu pressured, and Buffalo's been coming after him on these first few drives. Williams and Jermichael Humphreys combine. From the 45, a run with Henderson as Buffalo's defense has been really tough so far, giving them a chance if the offense can get it together. And too much pressure on Gray. There was a chance early in the play for Harris, but sometimes on these plays, if you don't hit that first window, there is no second. Stewart taken down for another loss. That is Ziegler. The defense has really impressed me early on as Stewart on 3rd down and 8 does not get it. He's been held to 27 yards on 10 carries. That is winning football so far from this Buffalo defense. Disappointing to not have more offensively, but a good run back now by Messiah Birch will set him up with good field position. 4 minutes to play in the first half, and cut back Sperling down to the 40 as Kevin Kajust is now in pain. Replaced now in the slot with Ryan Daly. It's a screen, and not much there for Austin Harris. Buffalo going with 4 receivers on 3rd down against the pressure. Gray buys time, launches to the end zone, and wide open is Quentin Pollard. Touchdown. They hit the big one this time. One-on-one downfield, and the pressure does not get there. Gray's able to look downfield and launch it with that cannon arm. And the reliable Quentin Pollard delivers the big catch we've been waiting for. It is a 10-3 game. Bulls 2 minutes to go now before halftime, trying to hold. Tevaseyu taken off. He's got wheels too. You give him an opening, it's going to be trouble. 1st and 10. Pressured again. He's going to outrun the pursuit and take off past Crawford. I don't know how we even go about trying to contain that kind of speed. 45 yards now for the true freshman who's got time. Settles underneath, and it's Stewart for the first down yardage. Now it feels like the Falcons are finding their footing. Tevaseyu throws a strike, and it's hauled in for the first down. as the Falcons look to get their first touchdown. It's a give to Stewart, and he's in for the Falcons score. Easily their most impressive drive of the day. They did leave us some time, though. 45 seconds and 3 timeouts. Ryan Daly still in at tight end as it's Sperling able to get the first down. And maybe they'll think about getting more aggressive now. 91 yards in the half for Sperling as Morrow hauls in the catch, and he's got first down yardage. Still a ways out of field goal range as Gray throws middle, and that will force a timeout. They have 2 left. 16 seconds now. Gray, downfield shot. It's incomplete for Morrow, who was singled up. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 4. This can't be quick. Not that Hail Marys are designed to be. Launch downfield, and a flag down as Harris had a chance. There was contact, and it's called. Not a spot foul, NFL fans. We've got a 53-yard field goal try now, and that is split by Reed, and the Bulls have taken the lead. Not a bad first half, honestly, to come in against an opponent with 8 wins, to really dominate defensively for all but one drive. But I look at that missed field goal and the drop touchdown by Kevin Kajust, and there's a chance to be up by a little bit more. Especially with the Falcons getting a really good drive before the end of the half. You got to see now if that's a sign of things to come, as Stewart, who did not have a good first half, gets off to a strong second half start. He had only 29 first half rushing yards. They'll run this one, and wrapped up immediately by Red Murdoch. 3rd down and a little bit shorter now, as they're going to get Jermichael Humphreys for jumping into the neutral zone. And it's 3rd and 3. Bringing a man in motion. Pitched ahead, and a Falcon first down. Taking the ball up to the 41, and right up the gut. Good run from Terry and Stewart. Now they go out of the shotgun. Tevasiu hands off, and Stewart again getting to the edge. And he's already outperformed his first half rushing yards. He has 40 on this drive. Play fake, and a shot downfield. It's a touchdown. It sure feels like we're facing a different offense now. It's R.J. Garcia in a 17-13 game. We got ourselves a battle here, and down goes Sperling, lifted up off his feet. 2nd and 14. It's a screen for Kevin Kajust, as he'll get the lost yardage back and then some. And he's definitely playing through a lot of pain today. Still out there, 3rd and 5. Gray steps up, wants to scramble, and gets the first down on his own. Now they bring a man in motion, and Sperling gets the carry. Maybe a gain of 4. And now Sperling's going to come out of the game, and he's been having one of his best games all year. Hands off Henderson, following Pajust, and very close to a Bull first down. Now they go Dingle in the game. 3 running backs in 3 different plays, and he's not able to get the first down. And it sets up 4th and inches, and they're going to go for it. Gray gives inside, and that run is stuffed as well. Back-to-back stops. We should have just sneaked it there. And the Falcons take over. They got great field position as McCarthrins nearly takes it back. And that would have been a pick 6 ball. 3rd and 10 for Tevasiu. Good coverage, buying time, and sliding down as he takes out McNair. And they're going to try a long field goal now. It's 56 yards on the try. Kick is up, lot of leg, and pushed wide right. So a bit of a break after our turnover on downs. No Lamar Sperling in the game right now, as Henderson's going to grind out 5. Definitely committed to the ground game today. Another run, and close to a first and getting it is Henderson. This is the way I hoped we'd be running all season. Play fake, panicking now. Gray fires, Harris is there and he dropped it. Another brutal drop. Rough day for the true freshman. On the screen, Henderson taken down. It's 3rd and long. Still at their own 47-yard line. Blitz coming. Got through cleanly. Henderson whiffed. 4th down Bulls. More missed opportunities on offense for Buffalo. Up 4. Giving it to 4. Stewart, watch out. He's got speed. Near midfield. A 1st down run. And he's close to 100 yards after an abysmal first half. Tevaseu, he's going to launch this downfield, but broken up on the play by Jadarius Green McKnight. 3rd and 7, pocket clean and running room. Tevaseu gets the 1st down. He didn't scramble a lot in those first few drives, and now you wonder why, because it looks so easy. Stewart up the middle, breaking into the secondary, a stiff arm, and still fighting down to the 15. And that's why he's the MAC leading rusher. Handoff Stewart, sweeping to the edge, needs one block and nearly gets in. A switch has been flipped. Handoff and diving in for the touchdown is Elijah Grant. And the Falcons have a 2-possession lead as they search for win number 9. Gunnar Gray's going to have to get this offense back on track quickly. That is caught by Nick McMillan, the junior. On 2nd and 4 with time, he wants Morrow, and it's tipped away. Gotta pick up these conversions. You don't want to go for it on 4th down here. And Gray lost the ball, and it's taken away. The strip, the recovery, Falcons take over. Their first takeaway. And they have it at the 20. Up 11, Tevaseu firing. It's caught, and breaking into the end zone is the tight end, Jacob Harris. Just a little bit off of knocking that pass down. It really feels like we've played 2 different teams in this game. 31-13 Bowling Green. Down goes Gray once again. They've been putting a lot of pressure on him today. 3rd and 9. Better protection. Steps up, and he's going to scramble. There's nowhere to go with the ball. And he runs for the 1st down. Daly still in for Kevin Cajuste as Gray shows off the strong arm and drops it in to Chance Morrow along the sideline. They're into plus territory, and Gray steps up and hits the pass for Quentin Pollard, and he's got the 1st down yardage. Just inside of 6 minutes to play. Very soft zone, and they go underneath. It's Leon Dingle, and we have not seen much of Lamar Sperling in this second half due to injury. Dingle still in, play fake. Good coverage, and the pass is hauled in. And that is a senior checking into the game here late. Aiden Walling. On the screen, Gray hits Morrow, and they connect for the score. The Bulls make this a little bit closer. They're going to go for 2 to make it a 10-point game. Gunnar Gray facing quick pressure. Can't throw it cleanly, so it'll remain a 12-point game. And they're going to have to obviously get some stops now. Counter, Stewart looks left. Hit down hard on a hit by Deion Crawford. But now Junior Poyser coming out. He's one of your best run stoppers. Off the fake. It is a catch, but not for much. So here's Buffalo's chance, but they're going empty. You've got to watch the quarterback. Tevaseu throws complete, and again, very close, but no conversion. So there's still an opening. 3.5 to go, and the kick is deep. Messiah Birch will handle the return. He cuts left and gets across the 20-yard line. The back is L.J. Henderson. First down, Gunnar Gray. He's going to put this pass up. It's deflected and knocked away from Nick McMillan. Haven't had much luck on those 50-50 balls today. Over the middle and a catch and run. Chance Morrow. 6 catches on the day and now over 1,000 yards on the year. Second down, dumped for Dingle. Not much there to work with as we go inside 3 minutes. Looking for a conversion. Blitz picked up and Morrow can't hold on. Drops have been a big problem today for Buffalo and they'll have to go for it. 4th and 9, getting the pass away. It is incomplete for Kevin Kajust. That throw was late. And that is probably going to be the game as it's Stewart running on 3rd and 8 and weaving through this defense. He easily gets the first down. Well over 100 yards in the second half alone. And this Bowling Green team must have had one heck of a halftime speech. Weak side run, blocked well and down to the 1 is, of course, Terrion Stewart. He's been taken over this half, and he'll dive in for 6 as the Falcons look to put the finishing touches here on another win. Unfortunately, we will not be able to get back-to-back wins in either of the first 2 seasons here in the series. It's going to be a 4-8 season for the Bulls, a 1-win improvement off of a year ago. As we play out the final seconds in the Gunnar Gray era, just has not been able to connect today with Kevin Kajust. 3rd and 5. That was well overthrown by Gray. Could be his final throw as a Bull here. 4th and 5. Putting it up and dropped in to Morrow. The game continues for now. Under 20 seconds to play now, and that's out quick. Up the sideline. Dingle to the 10 and knocked out of bounds. Buffalo looking for one more score. They're out of timeouts. Gray, time. He hits the pass and hit into the end zone is Quentin Pollard. Second of the day. And the Bulls cut this to a 38-25 game. They will attempt an onside kick. It is unsuccessful, and that is your Season 2. Buffalo falling short again. 2 seasons now in the books in the Dynasty. We have won 7 games and have lost 17. I still feel like we got better down the stretch, but we simply need to get more talent onto this team. And we have to develop the talent that we have. Brutal drops today, an awful second half defensively trying to contain the run. We've had pockets of really good play, but we rarely play consistent 4-quarter football. We haven't had convincing wins. Of our 4 wins this year, 2 of them were fights into overtime. We simply didn't win overtime games in year 1. We have won overtime games in Season 2. I feel like our schedule was tougher in Season 2. Year 1 had a lot more blown leads, and this year it felt like we didn't have leads to blow in a lot of these losses. But I've really enjoyed laying the foundation for this series. I don't know if what we've done to this point is enough to get us back to 1-star status as we find a gem 1-star player. So that's going to be the top thing for me in the offseason is, will we finally be a 1-star again to have those increased recruiting hours to try and maybe get our first 4-star player next year and continue to build out this program. I feel like our recruiting class is really good, but I think it's hard to say that's going to be a difference in our win total next year because I don't think we have a ton of day 1 contributors. But I don't know that it's necessary given how many juniors are on this team. We're not graduating as many core pieces this year. The main concern is losing the quarterback and I believe 3 offensive linemen. But I recruited offensive linemen. We have a quarterback in waiting. So Gunnar Gray definitely closed out the year strong. 3 out of 4 games there, no interceptions. I wish we had another year with him. To take a quarterback and to see him grow in year 2, we haven't had that experience yet. We won't until year 4 or 5 at the earliest. The run game was meant to be much more of our identity this season, and Lamar Sperling did not have as good of a year 2, which is a huge shock to me. I don't know why the running game was so much worse. He lacked the explosive plays, we had to be much more pass heavy, and that was pretty uncomfortable until we found our stride later in the year, using players like Quentin Pollard to complement Morrow, and then to mix in guys like Austin Harris helping us get that late victory. We had less turnovers this year, we had more takeaways, but it still felt like every game we were in was an absolute fight. Like, we're not built to blow anybody out. Even our first game of the series against an FCS opponent was only a 5-point win. Defensively, I think I got better in the second half of the year, calling the defense and putting us in the best position possible. Our run defense was still bad, but it wasn't always bad. We'd give up like 150 or 170, but we'd still get some stops and get off the field. We don't play like solid, sound football, but we did get more disruption, more negative plays, more turnovers, which is all we can really hope for at this stage with the talent that we have. I can't give you a good defense right now, but we can maybe get some splash plays. Overall, Gunnar Gray finishes as one of the top performers in the MAC at quarterback, 24 touchdowns, 11 INTs, a much better ratio than we had back in year 2. But we didn't have that running game to complement and take pressure off that pass game. Getting that back on track is a huge year 3 goal. We'll have Sperling and Dingle returning, of course. Chance Morrow is your MAC leading receiver, the only over 1,000 yards. He'll come back next year as a senior. The Toledo defense, by the way, the only 2 players to reach double-digit sacks. Our pass rush came from a variety of players. It did get better by the end of the year. Guys like Jermichael Humphrey giving us a boost, Kobe Stewart, Wesley Williams. In year 1, I think we had like 11 sacks. I don't think it was even 1 per game. In year 2, we ended up with 16 to go with fumble taken away and 11 interceptions. So that gives us a little over 2 sacks and turnovers per game. And obviously, we want to be even more disruptive than that. I felt like in the second half, in those more evenly matched games, we had more of those standout moments. One thing I'm shocked we were actually decent at this year was our third down conversion percentage of 44%. That was second best in the MAC. However, we were 10 of 27 on fourth downs. We had to go for it pretty much every game, and then 1 of 5 on 2-point tries. Combined with a -5 turnover differential, second worst in the MAC. A lot of areas for us to look at improving next year. Let me know in the comments section what players you're most excited to see as we look ahead to Season 3. We don't have as many seniors graduating, and while we are replacing some really key players, some of these position groups I think have a chance to be really good, especially if we get promising off-season training. The cornerback duo of McCarthrins and Bridges returns. All of our skill players outside of Al-J Henderson are going to be returning. And I feel good about our quarterback situation. As we saw Gunnar Gray have a great offseason last year, Richie Watts is the most likely quarterback for this coming season. However, it's not a done deal, especially if he doesn't progress a lot. His accuracy needs work, and it's very comparable to that of Ray Elway. When I looked at Elway's accuracies, I didn't think he'd be ready to play as a freshman, but if Watts doesn't take a step, I will just play the freshman over a senior and start developing him, especially with that star development trait. 2 seasons complete. I love the speed I've been working at in this dynasty, and year 3 is on the horizon. I'm looking to do the off-season on Wednesday. Oftentimes, I save my off-season streams for the weekend. I'm not looking to do that in this case. I don't imagine it'll be a huge stream. I'd probably be looking at around 4 o'clock p.m. Central Time. But I want to get us on to year 3 and start working on that as the weekend approaches. And hopefully year 3 is a leap for this team. When I had my big rebuild with the Kalispell Warhawks on NCAA 14, year 3 was that massive jump. Now, I don't think we're going to be an 8 or 9 win team next season. We'd have to probably have a big portal victory of some sort to make that work out. But I want to see us get to 6 wins, compete for a bowl once again, and I do feel pretty good about getting to that point. Let me know what you think down below in the comments section, and please leave a like if you're enjoying the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty. Subscribe for much more on the way, and hopefully far more victories than we've seen to this point. Take care, everybody. See you in the offseason.